Hello and welcome to the Saka Punch, another Arsenal podcast. Now let's get stuck in. Eberechi Eze is officially a gooner. His flair, the creativity, the magic on the ball. Just imagine him linking up with Odegaard, Saka and Gyökeres at the Emirates. I mean, I cannot wait to see him in action for Arsenal. But we're going to have to wait a little bit longer before we see him in action because they didn't sign the contract and get him registered before the 12 o'clock cutoff yesterday. So he won't feature in the evening game at 5:30 today against Leeds. But he could feature against Liverpool. We never know. Well, in today's episode, it's going to be a very short one because I've got to get to my friend's house to watch the Man City Spurs game and then the Arsenal Leeds game later on. But first, before I do my predicted 11, I just want to throw a stat out there about Eberechi Eze because he contributed to 25 goals last season. And in Arsenal terms, only Saka beat that with 26. So they're pretty amazing stats given that it was Crystal Palace. But here's my predicted 11 ahead of the Arsenal Leeds game. And I guess a little bit of preferred 11. I'm going to throw in a few preferred players that I'd like to see play. But he's going to be ultimately my predicted 11. So I've gone with Raya in goal, Timber on the right, purely because I think that White had a few issues during the week. He was being assessed late this week and might not be super fit for the game. So I've gone Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and I think he'll play Calafiori, but I would prefer him to play Lewis Skelly just because I think Lewis Skelly suits his game quite well. I think he could rip up the midfield when he inverts, whereas I don't think we're going to need the attacking brilliance of Calafiori as much in this game. But I'd swap either one of those out. I'd happily have either one of them. And then I've gone with Rice in the number 8, Odegaard in the number 10, and Subimendi in the number 6 role. As you'd expect, our three midfielders that we absolutely love. And then I think he'll play Martinelli on the left wing, and he'll go with Saka on the right, of course, and then Gyökeres up front. But I would love to see Madueke start a game just to see how he fares and see how much trouble he can cause for Leeds. But I do think he'll stick with Martinelli just to help him gain some confidence maybe, because he's been lacking a little bit of confidence, I think, in the games he's played so far this season. Well, in the pre-season and the start of the season. He didn't have the best of games against Man United. But yeah, don't we all want to see Gyökeres score his first Premier League goal for Arsenal? That would be amazing if that happened today. But I'll be back on tomorrow with award-winning comedian Sydney Mate, and we'll discuss our reaction to the Arsenal game. In the meantime, if you can subscribe, rate and review the podcast, that would be really helpful. And if you want to get in touch or suggest any features or get a shout out or anything like that, then you can email us at thesakapunch@gmail.com. But for now, I'll speak to you tomorrow with an Arsenal emphatic win, hopefully.